Amy Cudden has confessed that her character has been doing terrible things on Coronation Street, while also taking a moment to praise one of her co-stars in an affectionate tribute. The ITV star recently made her first appearance as Becky Swain, a brand new face to some, but not to everyone in Weatherfield, as she was soon revealed to be the ex-wife of police officer Lisa Swain. Lisa believed her wife had died nearly 4 years earlier, so it was a major shock when Becky appeared in their living room on daughter Betsy's 18th birthday. As a heartbroken Lisa struggled to process what she was seeing, Becky, who was presumed dead following a failed undercover assignment, revealed that she had been living in Spain under a different identity as part of a witness protection arrangement. Since Becky's return, Lisa has been visibly torn, trying to focus on her growing relationship with Carla Connor, while Betsy pushes to have her other mum back in their lives, sparking serious friction between the two women. However, more chaos lies ahead as Corrie producer Kate Brooks has already teased that Becky will serve as the antagonist of the storyline, determined to reclaim the family she lost. Off-screen, though, Amy has been full of praise for her castmates, especially Sydney Martin, who plays her on-screen daughter, Betsy. Speaking to Inside Soap, Amy shared, "Becky's return after faking her death for 4 years is such an impossible scenario, particularly for someone as young as Betsy." In contrast to the tense family drama, Amy said she's been having a wonderful time filming with Sydney. "I've honestly had such a blast working with her," she said warmly. "She's utterly adorable. The kindest, funniest, most hilarious person. I couldn't have asked for a better on-screen family, even though I'm being awful to them. Sydney is just fantastic." Amy also spoke more about her complex character, explaining, "Becky uses her humor as a weapon," she said. "She's incredibly manipulative, a real chameleon. She adapts to whoever she's with. She knows exactly how to make Lisa smile, and she knows how to win over Betsy too. Making them laugh is her way of slipping back into their hearts." Coronation Street star confirms shocking and extreme act from Theo against Todd. Todd Grimshaw's romance with Theo Silverton on Coronation Street has been anything but smooth, and things are about to take a darker turn for Todd in upcoming episodes. Actor Gareth Pierce revealed that Todd is currently in what he calls the eggshells phase of the relationship. Todd's entire mood now depends on whatever mood Theo's in that day, Gareth explained. He's constantly trying to predict what might set Theo off, just to avoid another outburst like the kebab incident. Fans will recall the disturbing scene earlier in September when Theo turned violent, mocking Todd cruelly before force-feeding him a kebab. "That moment was genuinely terrifying for Todd," Gareth admitted. He's tried to talk to Theo about it, but there's now this growing awareness that Theo is physically more intimidating than Todd. He's frightened of him, yet still clings to the idea that he can somehow fix things or calm Theo down. The actor went on to describe how Todd's behavior changes depending on who he's with. "When Todd's with his friends, people like Sarah, George, and Billy, you see flashes of the old, relaxed Todd," Gareth said. "But the second Theo walks into the room, he tenses up completely. It's that awful knot-in-your-stomach feeling, like when you're a kid who hasn't done their homework and the teacher's about to find out." Things soon spiral again when Todd agrees to help Sarah by giving her and Harry a lift. Harry accidentally spills a milkshake on the back seat, leaving Todd anxious about how Theo will react. Surprisingly, Theo stays calm, at least while Sarah's there. But once they're alone, he unleashes his anger, accusing Todd of disrespecting his car. Todd promises to get it professionally cleaned, but when he accidentally scrapes the paint while reversing, Theo's rage resurfaces. Todd convinces himself that Theo might be understanding this time, Gareth said, but as soon as he gets home, it's clear that Theo's putting on an act, friendly and charming in public, but completely different behind closed doors. Theo's response is explosive, adding yet another layer of fear to Todd's already fragile home life. "The flat has become such a suffocating space for Todd," Gareth reflected. "It's supposed to be his safe haven, but now it's filled with tension and dread. There's a brief moment where Todd thinks things might finally settle down, but then, out of nowhere, Theo's fury erupts again. It's shocking, it's intense, and it's aimed squarely at Todd. Coronation Street's Tommy Orpington star addresses return and says he's not been killed off. Actor Matt Milburn has opened up about the possibility of returning to Coronation Street years after his first appearance on the iconic ITV soap. The Manchester-born star first arrived on the cobbles in 2016 as Tommy Orpington, a popular Weatherfield County footballer who became something of a local hero. Over the years, Tommy made sporadic appearances, often referenced as a celebrity figure around Weatherfield. However, by the end of 2023, viewers saw a very different version of him, one whose football career had come to an end and who had started over as a painter and decorator. Tommy's return marked the beginning of one of the soap's more surprising romances, when Tracy Barlow hired him to redecorate the home she shared with her husband, Steve McDonald, and her adoptive father, Ken Barlow. What began as professional quickly turned personal, as Tracy and Tommy started a secret affair behind Steve's back. The fling eventually turned serious, forcing Tracy to face the reality of her failing marriage. Their relationship took a dramatic turn when Tommy was offered a coaching job in Spain. In a bold move, Tracy decided to follow him, leaving Weatherfield behind in pursuit of a fresh start and a sun-soaked romance. However, the dream didn't last long. When they later returned to the UK, cracks in their relationship began to show. Tracy longed to return to her familiar life in Weatherfield, while Tommy's career ambitions pushed him toward Southampton. Unable to agree on their future, the pair went their separate ways. Speaking recently on Soap Scoop, the Inside Soap magazine podcast, Matt reflected fondly on his time in Coronation Street and hinted that the door remains open for Tommy's return. "There's definitely room for Tommy to come back," he said enthusiastically. "He's not been killed off, so you never know what the writers might have up their sleeves." "For me, Corrie is right up there as one of the best jobs in the industry," Matt continued. "I'm a Manc. My whole family's from Manchester, and the show is filmed there, so it's always been a perfect fit. I'd get to see my family while working on one of the most iconic shows on British television." Reflecting on the importance of Coronation Street to actors from the North, he added, "If you're an actor from Manchester, or anywhere up north really, Corrie is part of your DNA. It's something you grow up with. It's like a rite of passage. I think you'd be mad if it wasn't on your bucket list." Milburn, whose other credits include Hollyoaks and Emmerdale, said that returning to Weatherfield would be a privilege. "I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to go there and be given a proper role. It's a great place to work. Everyone is so welcoming, and the production team is world-class. I'd never rule out a return. There might be a window for Tommy to come back one day. Who knows?" Fans have also expressed interest in seeing Tommy again, especially after his sudden departure left Tracy's storyline somewhat unresolved. With Tracy now single and looking to rebuild her life in Weatherfield, a comeback for Tommy could easily stir up fresh drama, particularly if old feelings resurface or if he returns with secrets from his time abroad. For now, Matt is keeping his schedule open and his hopes high. "You never know what the future holds," he teased. "In soaps, doors are never fully closed. I'd be up for it in a heartbeat. Tommy's still out there somewhere, and I think he's got more stories to tell."